Hello! Welcome to Bad at Board Games.
Well,
Loud.
and bad at board games. Loud is the appropriate word for you in so many senses of the word, or uses of the word. Exactly, right? Right. That's
the buttons fit
That's
me.
right there. So
I like the buttons.
You like to push buttons. That's
I
what
do.
You like to
Hey,
do.
look.
So
Toast back. Oh, it's not working. Oh, there it is. He's the GOAT. Greatest of all time.
with that said, I'm Toph Ferguson,
And I'm Brad Lake.
and we're bad at board games, so you don't have to be.
Woohoo! We're going to be talking about
Next station, London.
not Tokyo,
Not Tokyo.
not US.
Nope.
I don't know if there's a US one.
A station?
Next station, like there's a
Oh.
next station Tokyo, there's a next station London. I don't know the other next station games.
Honestly,
there's more
I
than
don't either. In fact, I just learned this is apparently an adaptation from a video game, but I am not a video gamer, so I don't know
Although I should say I don't know which came first. I don't know if this came before the video game or the video game came before this.
that'd be something interesting to look
Zero
up.
ideas.
Yeah,
So,
no idea.
Too
So-
lazy to actually Google that on the internet.
Well, good thing is we're not also a video game channel, so
This is true.
it's yeah. But so next station, London at least, which is what we're playing,
Why should they stick around?
is a game that you should stick around to hear our thoughts on.
Yes, we will go over our value rating. We will go over the weight rating. We will go over our BGG rating. Jump all the way to the end and find out how much we like this game. But
Yeah.
this will be quick for us.
Yes. Yes. So since we are doing kind of more a rapid review of this, quick introduction to the game. It is designed by Matthew Dunstan. Artwork is Maxime Morin, and it is published by Blue Orange Games.
Yep. What kind of mechanics do we have here?
Yeah. So this is short and simple. It is a flip and write game with some additional bonuses, and while this isn't a mechanic, a point salad feel.
Yep. And essentially, we've been going over this. We've been adding this to our reviews now. It's kind of like telling you the steps in the game, right? So you have, I think there's 11 cards here, and 5 of them are pink, and 6 of them are blue. When the fifth pink card shows up, your round's over. You have 4 rounds total, and you're going to be drawing with different pencils routes on your map. So you're going to flip over a color. It's going to tell you, draw a line to whatever shape is there, and you're going to continue that until that round ends. So then you add up a bunch of points.
That's it. There's a few little rules that you can read about. We're not going to teach you the game, but there are some things that can block your routes and kind of pigeonhole you, as Brad has found he is very good at doing.
Yep.
And I have found I am too, because, well, we're bad at board games. So.
And you can play this solo. This is a nice little solo game. So you're playing against your points, right? But you can play it solo and you can play with other people. Both ways work nicely.
Yeah, 1 to 4 players. So, we're not going to go into a lot of things with it, but I am curious to know. We haven't discussed this. We're kind of coming up with some of this stuff live because I'm curious to find out what his thoughts are and my thoughts. Pros and cons to this game.
Okay.
So, would you want to maybe give one of your cons or one of your pros? Which would you like to go first with?
I would say I'll do a con. The only con I've found with the game really is there's a point where you have to figure out how many lines are coming into a station, and you're tally marking all those up, and that's a big multiplier of the game. It's not the easiest, and they don't give you they don't give you space for all that. So I needed a second piece of paper to sit there and tally mark how many 2 lines do I have in, 3 lines, and you kind of understand if you play the game. So that's really the only con. I thought everything else went fast and was easy. If that was more streamlined, or they gave you like a little box to put little tally marks in, that would be that's really my only con.
Yeah.
It's a nitpick, but it's like, this is so simple, and then that part's just like, okay.
That is true. I think, especially with colored pencils and light colored pencils, sometimes it can get really hard to see how many are going through. We both had our own strategies, but I think when Brad said he goes by the line, and I did it by the square or the region and crossed them off as I tallied up what they are. But yeah, there's not enough space for tallying up.
Yep. So this is my only con. How about you? Pro or con?
Oh gosh. Well, I mean, for me, a pro is that this is very easy to learn and pretty easy and at the same time fun to play. So, you know, those two things put together make it a pro for me. It's not a lot of table space. We learned it and we've played 2 games in a matter of minutes almost. It feels like not much time at all. And that was just from opening up the box and not doing anything after that. So, you know, multiple plays of this is not going to be something that's going to take you hours to do. And I love that in some games.
Yeah, I was able to play a few games last night with the solo thing, and it, like I said, it's not hard. It's just not hard to pick up, play. It's a great filler, even sub-filler game. Another pro, I guess, is it's, you know, it's a small box. I know those don't get the biggest bang for your buck, but we had one of you mentioned that you were just playing this over and over and over, so that's why I went out and picked it up, and I've had it. It's been sitting on the shelf, I think. It's probably a couple months. I've been like, I gotta get, that's another one I gotta get to. But you know, rolled in a bunch of crowdfunding things, I think, and Gen Con and all that when this came around. So that's why it has been sitting patiently or impatiently in line.
I thought he actually picked it up at Gen Con. I thought he just had it, but I don't understand the hate on small boxes.
Well, it's just not as much fanfare and marketing. It's not as like, but then they may sell as many of these as they do the big boxes, but there's just, you know, it's $20. So, but
it also is tiny and can go in a backpack and go with you places, and there's not much to it component wise. Why have something bigger, except for the bottom space, so we can tally things a little bit better.
That's it. So what are we talking about on the weight rating?
I
don't
give any pros.
I thought you gave a pro.
Cons?
You have a con? What's your
Actually,
con?
I really don't have any cons. I really don't. I think the game has what it intends to do. I don't think it fails anywhere. I agree with you on the tallying up. Space needs to be bigger, but that was the hardest part to learn, was scoring.
Yeah, but it's not difficult.
No. Yeah, I will say maybe this is kind of a con, but you can get into situations where you block yourself from being able to do anything. You had 3 turns in a row you couldn't do anything at all, I think, in one of the games.
Yeah, but it was a stupid mistake. I think you have to know what's coming out and then not trap yourself.
Yeah.
And hoping that, you know, you're going to get a different shape. I basically, the shapes that came out, I chose a wild, I went to a square, and then the next 2 shapes that came out were squares. And I had no place to go.
Yeah. You can't cross over yourself. You can't cross over things. So it's, So
you kind of have to be aware of that. You're going to, you know, you'll eventually know, like, okay, there's 2 squares, there's 2 circles. I think there might be 2 of everything, but I'm not sure once you get to that point. But either way, it's a cute little game.
It is. It is. And the advanced rules are kind of fun too. So if you do want a little bit more pick up and go, they do have 2 added into the box advanced strategies.
Yeah, you get like you pick 2 objectives, and then they're part of your bonus scoring in your game. And
then you've got the color module as well for the color pencil. So yeah, some things to add on to make it a little bit more challenging, if you will. So okay, so you had asked me weight rating, right?
Yes.
So BGG, currently this is a 1.44, which I immediately scoffed at and thought there's no way it's a 1.44 because that seems way too low. But when I really think about it, yeah, it kind of is. And at the same time, it's a lot of fun. I think there's a little bit of strategy with the game, enough to make it not just a filler that you want to play once and never play again. But at the same time, it's not like a Hadrian's Wall flipping right. It's quick. It's fun. Can be picked up, played anywhere.
And I would say when you look at the rules set, you would think this is more than a 1.5. There's a lot of pages, right? But they just easily go through and show you some of the things you can do. So don't be intimidated by the rule book. It's not as bad as you might think.
Brad threw the box at me and said, "Here, learn this. I'll be back in a couple of minutes." And I looked at the game and I was just like, "Holy cow, there's no way." But yeah, it is. It's a lot of examples.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So it's not too bad.
Actually, that's a good thing for the game. That's a pro. They did a good job with the rules. So
and
when I think of weight rating, I initially thought it would be more. I really don't think it is. I think that's about accurate, especially if you are playing with kind of maybe just one of these modules,
Right.
or when you get to play it a few times. But yeah, I'm going to stick with that. I think that's appropriate, 1.5.
Yep, I would agree. So value rating, you can get this on Amazon, at least here in the United States, for $20. Next Station Tokyo is like $18.99. So $20 and under. That's a great price for a filler game. I've paid a lot more for like Blitzkrieg and Caesar and other filler games. Hive, a lot more than $20. Depending on which one you get. You can get Pocket Hive, I think, for around 20. So I think it's a great value. I like finding filler games that are cheap and fun to play. You can play it solo, you can play it with multiple people. So to me, value rating, 5 being, if this were $1, it would be a 5. If this were, $50, this would be a 1 as far as the value of the experience you're getting. I'm gonna say this is like a solid 4 for $20.
Yeah,
you're gonna get, you have to play it twice to be $10. You're gonna play this like twice in one night easily. You could play this 4 times in one night, and that would be an hour.
I don't think I would ever want to just play one.
No, this is easily like, hey, best out of 3.
Yeah, easily.
Game.
Yeah, and if Brad and I are playing best out of 3, I'm gonna win. So
he won easily. Well, we were close the first time.
Speaking of the last game, what was your score?
I did poorly. My score was 156.
Mine was 229.
But the first time I almost had 200. So.
And I had just over 200. Yeah, the first game that we played today was pretty spot on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's, for a game that could fit in your pocket, you could take just a few of these sheets, fold them in half, and all the cards.
Yeah.
You could.
Yeah, you could put
really fit this in your pocket.
You could, if you have a purse or you have a little backpack or, Toph fanny pack.
Hey, no. Don't hate on my work bag. Actually, without the big pad of paper, with just a few sheets,
you could use one
of the size of a button shy.
Button shy actually makes a little pouch too.
Yeah,
you could just shove all this in.
Yeah. So value rating, we say it's about a 4. It's about a 1.44 in terms of weight. So now what you are all patiently waiting for, or you've scrubbed to the end to find out, our BGG rating.
I don't think this one's that hard. I'm going to guess yours first.
Okay.
So I think you're going to hit this at a 7.
Spot on. It's a 7. It's a good game.
Yeah.
I want to play it. I don't want to play it all the time, but I want to play it.
Yep.
I think I like it a little bit more than you do, but I think you're also a 7.
I am a 7.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know if I like it less than you.
Okay.
I think I enjoyed. I like flipping rights. I can't say I like all of them. Some are just a little bit like, but no, this has a nice little puzzle. This has everything I want in a flipping right, honestly, or a rolling right or whatever.
Yeah.
This hits all those. And if it's going to be higher than a 7 for me, it's going to have to be something like Hadrian's Wall, Twilight, Inscription. Twilight and Inscription wasn't as fun as this.
Yeah, I agree.
And like that had all the hype and all the thing, and I wanted it to be the next Hadrian's Wall, and I think maybe because it wasn't, but for some people that one sings, but that one also costs more. This is $20.
Yeah, for me, when it comes to the roll and write categories, whether it's flipping right, drawing right, or
rolling right,
yeah, whatever, all of the do something and write it down, I want it either to be lightweight, quick filler, or I want it to be heavy, like Hadrian's Wall. Not that that's a very heavy game, but I don't want anything in the middle. And I think
there's a lot of complexity in Hadrian's Wall, though.
There is. Oh, there definitely is. I just, for some reason, I've not yet found any game that fits in the middle that I like. And so I want it on one end of the spectrum, and you hit it. This hits it. It's quick. It's not much to it. A little bit of strategy, and it's a fun game to bicker at each other when we see a station pop up and one of us can't get to it. And just that little bit of fun.
Yep.
So,
exactly.
Those are our thoughts. We both rated a 7. What do you think about Next Station London? Have you played it?
If you're the person that recommended I get this, comment down below so I can remember who it was.
And also let us know why you like it, because I actually am really interested in your thoughts. Since you did recommend it to us, why did you recommend it to us? What do you rate it as? And maybe do you have another one, because you were spot on this one with us. So let us know another recommendation. So if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up or make animal noises.
And I'm going to pop the goat in front of your
I
head
am
every time.
I'm going to steal that board and put it on my side of the table.
Never. It's the heartbeat. It's coming for you. Bum, bum. Bum, bum.
Help me. Help me.
Anyway, no matter how you play, whether it's solo, with family, or annoying your friends.
Yes. Y'all enjoy whatever games you are bringing to the table.
Have a great night.